This video explains how to install WordPress. You first go to your cPanel login and you go to Web Apps. You go to Install and Manage Web Apps. Here you will find under Install Apps a number of popular apps you can install, and the top one is WordPress. So we just click on this, and version 4.0 is the latest version, so install now. For the prefix, we just select the plain http:// because we don't want to oblige the user to use www. We select the domain. We leave directory blank because basically we are going to install it in the root folder of the website. The database name has already been filled in, so we can easily just leave that the way it is. The table prefix we can leave. The site name we can enter as the name of our blog. And you can add optionally a description for that. You don't have to enable multi-site, but you should pick a good admin username and don't use admin because it's too obvious. So for our purpose we will use, and we'll type a password. And confirm. And enter the email address for the user admin. The language is set to English, which is fine. We can limit the login attempts, which is a good way to make sure that people don't break in. And we could send the installation information to ourselves. And that's it. Install. It's now installing all the files that are required on disk, and basically our WordPress installation is now available. So if we create a new tab, here we see all the information that is also sent to us in an email, so we can keep it for safekeeping. Now, if we create a new tab, we can actually go to our admin URL, which is this one. So we create a new tab. We go to brandreact.net, which is our URL, /wp-admin. This is something you really have to remember, because here you log into your WordPress installation. As you can see, it's already available, and we use the admin name we just picked and the password we just entered. You can say remember me, and we log in. And here we are at the dashboard of WordPress. Now, first go to users and click on all users. Make sure that you enter all the names of the people that need access to this WordPress installation, and you can give them all administrative rights. So I always add myself, so I have an extra login in case something goes wrong. Yeah, it doesn't give you a very good password strength here, because I know the password I typed in is very strong and he doesn't want to give me a very strong password. Anyway, we can send this password to the new user by email, and we can make the new user administrator. Add the new user, and there we are. Now, this is step 1 of our installation. We have installed WordPress and we have users that can access WordPress through domain name /wp-admin. Now let's look at appearance. To minimize complication, we select to activate the theme 2013. This is a simple, straightforward theme that is responsive, so it serves our purpose of being able to look at our website through a mobile device, but it is simple and we can set up our whole website using this particular theme, and later we can look for maybe a more fancy theme that has more bells and whistles. So we now need to go to customizing the theme. As you can see, the name of our site is already here, and the description that we didn't change is still there. We can now change that name, and we can also change the tagline or the description. And here you could turn off if you want to display the header text. The colors we can leave alone. Let's keep the default colors. The header image is something we might want to change, because here we would like to create our own header, pick a header that is going to be the highlight of our blog. Now remember that the header size has to be 1600 by 230 pixels. So even though there are some headers available here, we can add a new image and select a header from our disk. I'm now going to select the file. I have some headers available here that may be useful. Let's see what we can do with this header. This is not exactly the right size, but I'm sure it'll work out. Now, one thing about pictures, you should always make sure that in the alt text you have entered something useful that links back to your blog. So you would use your keywords there. In this case, we would want to use brand react there, and we can say it is the header. Same thing we can put in the description. So we have another place. We'll say select and crop. We can stretch this a little bit, and we can move this a little bit, and I think this looks like a nice header. So we'll crop the image here, and now we have a completely different header. Now, as you can see, the brandreact.net is actually in black, so now we can go to colors and select the header text color and make it yellow or white or something light. The last thing we want to do here is set our static front page to your latest post, which is the default. So that means that the front page of your website will change every time you add a new post. And this is the way that Google likes it best. So let's save and publish this and exit out and go to look at our website by clicking here. Well, this is what our website looks like right now, and we are on our way to creating some real content. So we go back to the dashboard, and in the next video we'll explain what to do next.